Good morning, Puffins. How are you? I hope you've had a lovely weekend and now you're ready to start some more learning. I know some exciting activities have been planned for you. Now, it's the beginning of the week, so what day do you think it could be? You're right, it's Monday. And today we are going to start off by practicing reading our days of the week words. Now, if you look carefully at the initial letter on every day, it helps us read the days of the week. This is what we do at school normally, isn't it, when we're doing our visual timetable on the board. So let's have a go. We got M for Monday. T for Tuesday. W for Wednesday. This one's a digraph. F for Thursday. And F for Friday. Now, we don't normally look at these words, but I thought it might be an idea just to have a look at them. We've got Saturday and Sunday. They both start with the same sound. Now, today is not only the beginning of a new week, also we are now in a new month. All the learning you've been doing recently, it has been in April, but we are now in a new month, and the month is May. And I wrote the date out for you, because look, can you notice something? Monday and May start with the same sound. Can you tell your family what sound do they start with? That's right, it's M. Let's practice reading the date together. Monday, the 4th of May. And for those adults that like Star Wars, may the 4th be with you. Right, so we've got lots and lots of learning to do this week. And our story is going to carry on with the theme of growing that we have been doing recently. Now, at the weekend, I went shopping. And of course, I went shopping with my friend, the Gruffalo. Oh, he's carrying a very big, heavy bag here. And when we went shopping for food. Shall we see what I bought when I went shopping? Inside the bag. Oh, there's lots of food. And it will give you a hint as to what the story might be about. We bought a butternut squash because I love making soup with butternut squash. Very delicious. We bought some carrots. Carrots are lovely and crunchy, aren't they? I wonder if you like your carrots chopped into rounds or chopped into sticks of carrot. We also bought some courgettes because I love green vegetables. There wasn't any broccoli, so instead I bought some courgettes. Potatoes. My goodness me, I wonder what your favourite way to eat potatoes is. Is it chips or mashed potato, boiled potato, roast potatoes? And that's what I'm going to do with my potatoes later. We're going to have a roast dinner and I'm going to have some crunchy roast potatoes with my lunch. I also bought some onions because onions are really useful. I use them a lot in pasta sauces. Now, all those things that I've just shown you with the help of the Gruffalo are all vegetables. And do you know what? I was actually looking for another vegetable. And this vegetable was to do with the story you're going to be learning about this week. But I didn't have any luck at all finding one. So instead, we have drawn a picture. I wonder if you know what this vegetable is. It's a bit of a a tricky one. We don't eat these ones very often, and you certainly don't have them for your school lunches if you have hot dinners. Do you know what it is? See if you can tell your family. Now, I've got the word here of what the name of the vegetable, and I was wondering if you could try and help me read it. I put some sound buttons underneath because it's quite a long word and we can read it together. We've got t or digraph, I, p. Let's read it together. One more try. T, I, p. Do you know? It's turnip. Well done. So this week's story is the story of the enormous turnip. I'm just going to sit Gruffalo down and go. He can watch from there. You're going to be learning all about the enormous turnip. Now, when you have watched the story, or perhaps you've got a book of it at home, I want you to talk to your family. And here are some of the questions that I want you to answer with your family. Now, mums and dads, don't worry, I'm going to be putting these questions both on the website and on Tapestry for you to go through with your children. When you talk about it, the story, can you talk about what was your favourite part? And why was it your favourite part? Was there any part of the story you didn't enjoy? And why didn't you enjoy it? And let's think, who were the characters in the story? Can you tell your families now, what are characters in a story? That's right. You see if you can count how many characters there were in the story that you read. Now, this story is a really important story because actually it's about helping each other. It's about growing as well, but also it is about helping. Now, just imagine, do you think if the man hadn't asked for any help, do you think he could have pulled that turnip out all by himself? Yes or no? Perhaps he could have kept trying and trying and trying, and eventually it may have come out. I don't know, it's your decision as to whether you think he could have done that. What if one of the animals had actually said no? Or the lady or the little boy or the little girl had said, I'm not helping today, thank you. I want to go and play somewhere. What would have happened? Do you think the turnip could have been pulled out or not? And why was the mouse so important? It was only a tiny, weeny little mouse. But as soon as it started pulling, then the turnip came out. Goodness me, isn't that amazing? Now, one of the reasons this story is really important is because it is about helping each other, and it's about the fact that everyone is important. Everyone matters. And if we work together like they work together in a team, then great things can be done. I don't think if the mouse hadn't joined in, the turnip could have been pulled out, and then it would have just stayed in the garden, in the soil, and they wouldn't have been able to eat it for their breakfast, for their lunch, and for their dinner. So it just shows that sometimes just doing something small, or even if you are very small, that it makes a real difference, and great things can be done together in your families. And I want you to think this week, are there any small things that you can do at home to help your family? It can be little things, just like perhaps making your bed in the morning, or helping lay the table. Perhaps remembering to put away your toys once you've finished playing with them. That's always super helpful. I remember when my children were little, I used to love it when they were tidied up after themselves, because there was a lot of mess if they didn't.